Hello, Joy Squad families. It is Miss Gambrell here for our ninth and final Joy Squad meeting of the year. I'm so excited that you guys are joining in with me today because I have some important updates and announcements to give you all, as well as share some cool things that are happening before we close out for the end of the year. So as always, I ask that you bring the joy. And if you have any questions about what I've discussed today, feel free to email me. Let's get started. Our agenda is a bit short tonight because I have some awards to give out. As you see, I'm going to be giving out awards to the most engaged families of the year, Joy Squad leaders, and I'm going to leave you with some important reminders as we prepare for closing out for the school year. So, by the end of today's session, founding families will build relationships with future Ethos families and team members by posting a Google review of Ethos. I'm going to tell you how to do that. Founding families will learn more about the end-of-year commencement ceremonies and end-of-year closeout tasks for families. And founding families will celebrate the achievements of Joy Squad families through some awards I'm going to be presenting today. So at this point, you can pause the video and drop a Google review of Ethos if you haven't already done so. If you post a Google review, we are going to give you a free t-shirt. We want to continue to publicize our amazing founding school, and who better to do that than our lovely families. So if you haven't had the opportunity to do it, go ahead and do it. Encourage other families to do it because the word about Ethos is getting out. So help us do that by dropping a Google review. And once you show us that Google review, we'll ensure that you get that t-shirt. All right, on to our mission this year, which is to gather a diverse array of voices that show Ethos pride by celebrating with Ethos, collaborating with school teams, and offering input to ensure an extraordinary educational experience for all. And shine to you guys because our Joy Squad families, you have really upheld that vision. You have went above and beyond in making sure that you collaborate and participate with our school team. We've done everything from service projects to events in our schoolhouse that our families have taken a part of. And we are so appreciative and grateful. You guys have made us stronger this year. I just think back to this picture of Coffee with Castile and like all the families. That's how engagement looked all year, thanks to you guys. So we just want to keep pushing for next year. You guys are our founding families and you set the bar really high for next year. So I can't wait. All right, enough of that. Let me get into virtual commencement ceremonies. Get excited. We will be celebrating and recognizing our scholars for their achievements and their growth next week. If you haven't already received a personalized email from your scholar's homeroom teacher, I'm just going to reiterate some information for you about logistics. But you'll get the personalized link as far as how to participate next week. Each ceremony is done by homeroom. It's super personal and super just close knit with that homeroom that they've been in all year. So join our scholars on Thursday, May 28th. All of our kindergarten families will be celebrating commencement. So Basquiat is beginning at 1 o'clock. Skate will follow at 2 o'clock. Frida Kahlo at 3 o'clock. And Kahende Wiley at 4 o'clock. We'll be giving out academic awards as well as culture-based awards. There's a lot of speeches and announcements and cool things to also note that are happening. I don't want to give away all the surprises, but make sure you're there. Front row center, Ethos gear, show us that true blue polo or t-shirt, wear that, get your scholars excited. They're going to be chanting and cheering for 30 minutes straight. And I can't forget our third grade. We're saving that third grade for our last day of school on Friday, May 29th. Larson beginning at 3 o'clock and Garvey at 4 o'clock. Same thing. Be ready, dressed in your Ethos gear, ready to go. We cannot wait. Mission to 1 million updates. You guys have been reading all year. And that's on you, families. Thanks for pushing our scholars to meet those goals. Kindergarten. Whoa, I'm just amazed. The goal was 150 books, and some scholars have more than doubled that number, and that's all thanks to you guys just keeping our initiative strong. Same for third grade. Chapter books. Man, we've been pushing our scholars, and they've really been trying to hit that goal, but still reading and making their way throughout this year with those chapter books. So shine to both our kindergartners and third graders for their tenacity with reading even outside of school. All right, it is that time. I have to present our most engaged families of the year. And how these awards were determined were by the volunteer hours that families have committed. Now, we have many families who have volunteered with us, but these particular families had the most volunteer hours by homeroom. So let's get started. First up, representing for Kahinde Wiley is Miss Shalivia Magruder. She is our most engaged family by dedicating the most amount of volunteer hours to Wiley. Representing for Skate Martinez is Miss Wright. Miss Wright, thank you so much for dedicating your time and being committed to serving the scholars of Ethos. Next up is Mr. Brooks, representing from Frida Kahlo. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Those read alouds are unforgettable. Just know that. You really left our scholars with some amazing treats this year. Next up is Ms. Hamilton, representing from Basquiat. Oh, thank you, Ms. Hamilton, for being there, for being active, participating in field trips, and just being another family member in the schoolhouse supporting our scholars. Now for third grade, shine to Miss Miles, representing from Marcus Garvey. Once again, Miss Miles, thanks for being there, being supportive of our scholars during our field trips and events at Ethos. And last up is Miss Akila Waters. Thank you for representing Nella Larson as our most engaged family of the year. We really, really appreciate all that you have done. Next up, more awards for me to give out is our Joy Squad Leadership Awards. These individuals have really helped me prepare for Joy Squad meetings, been thought partners and things that families can do, ways we can celebrate our families and just involve them in the school team. So first up, Ms. Rosalie Darden, who served as our public relations manager this year. Thank you, Ms. Darden. I'm giving you some virtual shine right here for just being active, being there, coming to events, even on the weekend, with just a bright smile, welcoming current Ethos families and future Ethos families. You've done an amazing job this year, and I want to thank you for that. Miss Magruder, again, serving as our vice president of Joy Squad. You've always come with a positive attitude, solutions-based, ready to just dive in wherever you can, and we really appreciate that. I really appreciate that as well. And last but not least, guys, give it up for our Joy Squad founding president, Miss Erica Norfleet. Miss Erica Norfleet, you have done an amazing job serving as a president. She's at every single meeting. She's given our families amazing treats. She's been there for returning families and future families. She's brought her kids who are older but come in and they volunteer as well to our school community. So Ms. Erica Norfleet, you've done an amazing job just setting the bar for what it is to be a Joy Squad president. I look forward to working with all these amazing women next year. But I can just say, I just can't say it enough. Thank you so much. You guys came in prior to Joy Squad meetings to set up the room, to get the music ready, the food, the snacks, the meeting notes, everything was all them guys. And it just showed because we just executed so much this year. So big shine, round of applause for our Joy Squad leaders of the year. All right, guys, I am going to now leave you with a few important reminders as we close out the year. Just reiterating our kindergarten commencement happening on Thursday, the 28th, third grade happening on Friday, the 29th. Award pickup and photo booth are also available when you come to get your certificates and award on that Monday, similar to like what you would do when you pick up a scholar packet and turn it in. If you want to pick up certificates and awards, you can do that on Monday, June 1st. So that's going to be a photo booth there for you to take pictures of your scholar. And a little secret, as I heard the Ethos team is giving out special treats to each and every scholar. I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'm not going to tell your scholar what that is, but be there if you want to get that special treat. Don't know what it is. I don't know, but it's going to be great. So make sure you're there. If you've also borrowed a Chromebook, you can turn that in on Monday the 1st as well. report cards will be available. And Miss Mack also said on the 15th that she'll be sending enrollment updates for returning Ethos scholars as far as documents and things like that that she's received or is still waiting for. Other than that, folks, thank you for tuning in. That's all I have. Thanks for an amazing year. You guys have really, really set the bar for next year. And I look forward to seeing you guys at virtual commencement ceremonies. Take care. Bye, guys.